Hello everybody, Erin here, and welcome back to Stone Clan, where I kind of made a huge mistake and did not keep backups of my save past episode 14. And I lost pretty much everything, so I had to scour through all of my folders and cross OneDrive, I have a separate hard drive that's not actually part of my laptop. I had to scour everything. I found a save that dates all the way back to June or July before I recorded episode 9, which thankfully worked. So I spent 15 hours non-stop trying to play catch-up. We're still not exactly in the spot we were before, but we're kind of close enough, and I used the opportunity to try and test an OBS feature that lets me save shorter clips while playing rather than recording for literal hours. I did kind of misunderstand the feature a bit, so the clips kind of got cut a bit short from what I wanted, so there's some parts that I was hoping to save that didn't end up being saved. But I'm hoping that in the future I can fix that. One of the big things that happened was the gathering going very differently, mainly with all the aggressive cats attacking each other and their own clanmates. This did prompt me to change some of the settings of my mods that I had forgotten to fix, but there has been some damage to Hollowstar and Beetlewing's friendship since then that they really can't seem to get past. Were they friends before? I can't remember. But now every time I try to have them interact, they always end up with a hiss, and I want to fix that. But at the gathering, Ashstar did attack Hollowstar, which I'm not going to say that it was actually an attack, but it will have some repercussions. Among other things that happened, Woollytail had their kits later than they were supposed to, but at least they turned out basically the same as they did my original gameplay. They did have the personalities kind of swapped, but we can just explain that away by saying it's a result of the kits growing up and maturing. The irony is that all the kits might be a bit younger than they were before. I have tried to adjust for that without spending too long playing. With the seasons, maybe you'll see that it's still gonna be a while until winter, but the kits might be a little closer in age to where they were before. I'm trying to make some adjustments for that. I've also kind of adjusted the ages of the kits in the other clans though, so speaking of kits of the other clans, they were actually the cause of most of the changes that happened. Behind the scenes, before what would have been episode 15, a whole bunch of new kits were born, while the existing kits were starting to become apprentices. And I'd already had them all listed in my allegiances file, which will be linked down below in the description. But this time, those same couple's kits turned out so completely different. I did my best to adjust for the kits that should have existed before and tried adding the newest kits. There may be some weird discrepancies in the allegiances versus how they end up in the game. We'll just kind of hand wave that. I'm doing my best here. There was also a whole litter that did not exist before, and you can thank Cliff Clan showing up unexpectedly, and Dewflower staying back so that Tundra Stripe could say hi. You might have seen her in Tundra Stripe's relationships. His mate from Cliff Clan? Yeah. The thing is, it's one of their kits that end up with the placeholder named Twink. So, while I have given both the kits names that should fit better, I am open to new names as well. I have seen people suggest Thistle Kit for former Twink, and I kind of like that. For now, his sister I'm calling Speckle Kit, but there might be a better name as well. And then there's one of my favorite events that happened. A Tide Clan kit got lost and ended up in Stone Clan's camp without any other Tide Clan cats around, which you might wonder, why is that your favorite thing? Well, I decided instead of doing the reset sim and then sending one of my cats to go there and back on their own, I figured I'd temporarily add the kit to Stone Clan, and I had Red Cloud escort them home. And thing is, kits can't run very fast, so I just had Red Cloud trot after them so the kit could keep up, and it was adorable. Red Cloud kept just turning his head during the walk to look at Tiny Kit. They were just kind of having fun together on this grand adventure. It was the most adorable thing. There was a little bit of extra stuff. We did not get the raccoon attack, but I did set Snowfeather to be pregnant with Kelptail's kits, like right before I wrapped up my catch-up gameplay. I think I found a bit of a fix for the burglar invasions, but the only way is to keep a percentage that it will happen regardless. I might have figured out what was also triggering the constant burglar attacks, but we'll see. Maybe, I think it was probably caused by all the cats autonomously guarding the home, so I disabled that. There might be some other stuff I'm forgetting, but basically if you notice any discrepancies, like I mentioned the kids' ages versus how long off winter is and stuff like that, just, please just bear with me. I'm trying to do my best here. I will post the clips in their entirety on Patreon, or at least what I have saved of them, because like I said, they kind of got cut in half. So if you want to check out those clips, consider becoming a member of my Patreon. I'll also have uploaded the entirety of this episode in its unedited glory over there as well. And the hope is that I can stay 2 weeks ahead over there from when these episodes come out here on YouTube, instead of the full month. I'm gonna probably be recording at least one episode ahead at a time. And the goal is to stay at least one episode ahead in everything. But for now, all paid tiers on Patreon are kind of the same, but I might want to change that in the future. So just be aware. Monthly cat Monthly cat submissions for this world and having your name in the credits at the end of the video will always be at any tier though. So if that's all you want, that's fine too. Also, if you want to see more of my videos, please do be sure to go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And please leave a comment to feed the algorithm gods so that YouTube knows that you enjoy the content I'm putting out. There are a lot of issues with YouTube as a service, so I'm hoping that there will be a legitimate alternative at some point. Like, I am looking into the Haven Kickstarter. If you haven't checked it out, it's an anti-AI project that's being made that will like be able to host long-form videos and such. I'm really hoping that it pulls through, because I would love to see actual anti-AI alternatives to YouTube that are actually functional and actually treat their creators fairly. Also, code word for this episode, so I know that you guys are watching and, or if you don't know what to comment, just want to leave something for the algorithm, but you don't know what to comment. Code word is Firestorm. Oh my god, did all the prey break? Dude, I spent so long on that. Okay. This is literally all the prey. What? I had you guys hunting overnight for this. What happened? Does anybody have any prey? Kids can't eat that, but it's good for the adults. Okay. Well, now seems like a good time for me to start, like, showcasing the events generator I created recently. This is a generator I created that will hopefully help me come up with ideas or events that can happen during my gameplay. Because, like I've said, not every episode is going to be like super 100% story focused. I do want there to be some bit of a plot, but don't want it to be 100% machinima all the time, every episode, because that can get a little bit time consuming and tedious. So hopefully this generator of mine that I've created has a bunch of different things that can happen with like random cats. Rather, sometimes they're just gonna have a general interaction like gossiping with each other or having fun, in which case I'll kind of just set them to chat with each other and increase their friendship a bit, or decrease in some cases. Or maybe I'll say, go, like, do this specific kind of patrol where these events will happen. Or it might have stuff happen with the other clans. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm gonna try and do this once or twice a day. In-game, it is currently 12:03 p.m. So let's go ahead and hit the randomizer, and Uberry decides to help Beetlewing for the day. Okay. Uberry is actually off to go and try to sleep, and Beetlewing is also sleeping. But I will keep that in mind for once they're both a little more awake. Event 2 that will happen. Tundra Stripe and Uberry cross the border by accident. Okay, well, maybe it'll be a patrol of Beetlewing, Uberry, and Tundra Stripe gathering herbs. Kind of like that idea. We can make that happen. In the meantime, let's see, you're somewhat awake. Shade Frost, I am... Look, you have some energy. I want you to stalk for prey, please. Driftwood's an elder, so I'm not going to assign him to do any hunting. He can hunt if he wants to, but I'm not going to make him hunt. Russet Feather. I am going to interrupt your hangout with Driftwood. I'm glad you were having fun. You do want to socialize with Holstar, and it's raining. Brilliant. Tundra Stripe is awake. Try and interact with Clover. I think I'm going to send Clover to do a bit of hunting here as well. That's right, Clover and Driftwood are both visitors. They're not officially members of a clan yet. If you want to see them join the clan, please do let me know. I will be taking input from the previous episode as well as this one. But we'll know by episode 16 what is going on with those two, I think. Maybe episode 17 if I decide to extend it. Oh dear. Oh, come on, Snowfeather, why do you have to go yellow? I cannot have you being yellow right now. You're expecting kits? That's no good. Well, speaking of my generator, I have an option. I can show you actually what Yellow Portrait does. I always ignore the first one that pops up, because it just is like I've just clicked onto it and it will just automatically pull one of the options up. If I hit randomize right now though, moderate ailment, torn pelt. That's a moderate injury, so that is going to be 3 herbs and a bandage. We have plenty in this over here. Didn't do as much herb gathering as I would have liked, but you know, it'll work. I say I didn't do as much herb gathering as I would have liked, and it has got a lot of stuff. There's not enough for the really important things. Like we don't have a ton of valerian root or cinnamon. We have some unknown seeds and some flowers that we don't really know the purpose of. A couple of porcinis, a couple of mycienas. Rainbow beetles could end up coming in clutch, but I'm going to... I need to mark for Snowfeather, But you guys can't see what I've been doing. I only have 2 screens, not 3. And I'm like gonna be looking between 3 windows. I have to remember what I'm doing. Let's see, notepad. I'm making note that Snowfeather has a torn pelt. And I'm also gonna put I feel like there needs to be like a point system for like pregnancy becoming complicated. Like a torn pelt on its own isn't going to put the kids at risk, but the number of times that she ends up having any illnesses could put her at risk. And I feel like it needs to be like 3 points, maybe. So she's at, like, if she ended up with like a major ailment, that could have put the kids at risk. But that would be like 3 points. Moderate is 2, minor is 1. I think that makes sense to me. So I'm gonna do. She's at 2 points. And just bring that into my little notebook thingy. I'm gonna let her eat first. Because that is important. Food is very important. Okay, cats are getting stuff. Okay, Texas horned lizard. Turtle. Someone's destroyed something. That's fine. Oh, Driftwood tried hunting. Aw. Okay. You've eaten. So now it says you're trying to stalk for prey. You can take a break from that. I need you to come here. Sniff, socialize, socialize with Snowfeather, please. Alright. We're gonna go ahead, get rid of the maple leaves, because we have the 3, and 1 snakeskin, because that's a bandage. And it'll be, like, healed by episode 17. Is the general idea, I think, for now. That's just Woolly Tail, okay. I'm also going to take this opportunity to take any supplies that you may have collected. Okay, turtle. Gonna put that in the fresh kill pile. We're stalking for prey, you know, that's great, that's great. All these cats are just getting chip bags, and we do not want chip bags, we want food. Dang, this storm. Okay, you're pretty awake. Or you were awake. Why are you losing so much energy? What? Oh, do not wrestle, do not fight, do not pounce. Okay, you, I think, should go ahead and... Can we not scratch this anymore? Oh, this is like busted, okay. Well, let's scratch. Shade Frost, excellent! I guess that means that you caught something really good. Yellow Python, okay. I'll take that. And Clover also caught a snake. Okay, you know what? I need you to take a nap. Just nap for a bit, please. You will be joining patrol later with Uberry and Beetlewing, who... Beetlewing, I know you're stalking for prey. Why don't you eat a bug? Are any kids hungry? It's like you've just woken up, probably due to the storm. Come and eat. You're getting pretty hungry, Ice Kit. Why don't you also come and eat? Red Cloud is caught a turtle. Excellent. Archer, it seems, just woke up. You want to stalker prey? I'm gonna go ahead and just send you stalker prey right out here. You are within the territory. Just saw like these bushes kind of sticking out. I was like, wait a second. Hollow Star, I think, is at a point where you can also come and do some hunting as well. You can wake up and hunt. Clover's getting a lot of snakes recently. Why is there so much rain? Please get a little bit extra rest. Uberry will need to... Morning Kid just got the Hunter trait. You know what? You're not that far off from becoming an apprentice, Morning Kid. 7 days? Yeah, you know, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, little Night Kit. I think we can have some fun with this. Okay. Oh, you're chatting with... Or no, not be groomed maybe, but maybe just sniff, socialize a couple times, and we can take whatever stuff you may have. You got nothing. Well, you have a bug. Somebody can eat the bug. And you wanna hang out with Night Kit. Aww. Alright, looks like Uberry's awake. She should probably eat something. Go ahead and eat this. You guys need to do some herb collection. I don't know how many herbs we can find right now. But we'll do our best. How about instead of Scratch, you come out and grab some food for the kits? Okay, I know that Woollytail wants to play, but Woollytail's also very sleepy, and we have a border to accidentally cross, so why don't we... This is a good spot, I think, for both herb collection and being close to the border. There's some harvestable plants around here, so why don't we go here with... It was Tundra Stripe and Uberry. Looks like all three of them are set to start traveling. It's going to be a bit of a ways away and it's going to be pretty late at night. Maybe it would have been better to do this earlier during the day, but you know, evening patrol is a thing and it can go till like past midnight. We can become our dawn patrol if we need to, you know? Oh, come on. Why? You need to sleep. Can't you let them sleep? Russet Feather? Okay, hang on. Let's see, you have a yellow portrait. Lethargic. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna put down Woollytail. Lethargic. Currently untreated, but we'll take a look at that in the future. Woollytail, you need to sleep. Why are you not sleeping? You're lethargic anyway, that's literally the whole point of this. Go sleep, please. This may not be the nursery, but you know what, it's close enough. This is probably a terrible place to get screenshots. But while we're here, I'm gonna teleport you here, harvest everything, and then teleport you back. And you may be wondering, why have I put her in the basement and not like in her usual fairy circle? I figured out a trick. Because cats would always try and crowd around her when she was up here. Didn't matter if she was in a little circle where they couldn't get to her. They were constantly trying to get to her. And it also sometimes caused cats to get stuck. With her completely out of the way where nobody can see her or get to her, and I don't have to hear her like, yeah, woohoo, all the time. It fixes so much. I'm gonna fix other broken cats while I'm at this. Where are you, Hank? Ah, there you are. You look a little funky right now. Just kind of missing your fur. There you go. Reset. There you go. I am gonna have you chat with Uberry and collect that stuff. I could have you doing the little hunting and exchanging items. I kind of also like the idea of just letting you do your thing while you're here. Because you're not feeling great. Huh.
Oh.
Let's see. We're gonna take all the stuff that you have on you and give it to Beetlewing. And I need to save my game. so I don't have a repeat of what happened before. By the way, if you want to make sure that your saves don't get corrupted or you always have a backup, I'm using the... Is it the Saver mod? I think it's the Saver mod. Or maybe it's definitely an NRAS mod. If you can figure out which one of the NRAS mods is the ones that like set you so that you save every so often, use it. Don't just ignore it every time it pops up. I sometimes ignore it. Like if it's like I'm doing something else that's a little bit more important right now, I don't want to lose my saves again, so please, please bear with me. Also, I sound a little bit subdued. That's because it is almost midnight right now, and my sister and her dogs are sleeping upstairs. I don't want to wake them up. So I'm a little quieter than normal today. But, you know, it works. Okay, now we're going to chat with Tundra Stripe and do the same thing. Socialize, socialize. Tundra Stripe, you've got a little bit of good stuff for us too, huh? Okay, get rid of the chip bags. Give these snake skins and maple leaf. Uberry is just kind of chilling for now. You also have a low scratch need. Don't know if there's much room to stalk for prey, but you can. Just do it a couple times. See, I don't think that these will like help with energy, but you know. I'll have you... Why don't you kind of wander off and take a nap? Somewhere over... You can't lay down on a hill. Let's take a nap here, how about? And then I'll have you stalk for prey around here. Ah, spooky day. So you're stalking for prey on your own. Oh no! Once you go back, you have to chat with Morning Kit. Morning Kit may not know that you're related, but... Oh wait, no, that's Sandwhisker. Sandwhisker and Morning Kit. Ah. Yeah. See, that's a whole different issue. I love how this just like looks like snow from here. It's really not, but it kind of looks like it. Who is that? From a distance, I'm pretty sure that's a fox. It is. And that's the gathering place, isn't it? It is. Uh-huh. Well, it's a good thing there's not going to be a gathering for another 3 days. You know, the thing didn't say whether or not they would get caught crossing the border. I should probably add that to the generator. But for now, I'm going to roll a d4 and determine whether or not, like, if it's an even number, yes. Odd number, no, they don't get caught. And technically, this isn't Tide Clan border. Like, I do like to say Tide Clan will cross from one side to the other, and they can. But this is probably closer to being the Cliff Clan border, if I'm being completely honest. Like, this is Tide Clan territory for sure. All, like, the sandbars and, like, kind of shallower pools that they can kind of teach their kids at. And their apprentices. But this is technically Cliff Clan territory around here. I will determine what this place will be in the future. Probably some contested area between Cliff Clan and Tide Clan. Anyways, dice will say... Even number was even yes, odd no? I think that's what I said. Evens yes, odd no. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to manually do this, so give me a minute. Alright. So, we do have a Cliff Clan patrol on their way over, just to kind of check things out. Ignoring this for the time being. Tundra Stripe, you might want to wake up. At least so you can deal with this. And you, Barry. Okay, yep. Cliff Clan Patrol is here. And I'm not sure that they're completely thrilled to see that these guys have crossed the border and are just kind of doing their own thing. Is this technically crossing the border? They're past the gathering area, so I'm gonna say maybe technically yes. This is close enough, I think. Let's see, I'm gonna have you sniff and hiss. Slate Claw, I'm gonna have you do the same with Tundra Stripe over here, just kind of sniff. Or maybe I'm not necessarily gonna have you hiss. But there's gonna be some negative, you are aggressive. So maybe I will have you hiss. I did choose the cats at random who are gonna be part of this confrontation. Alright, so kind of doing a little greeting. And then from here, I'm gonna hiss at, and we'll see what happens. Tundra Stripe, what are you doing? Stalking for prey? I don't think that you should be doing that. So you're just curious about everything right now. I feel like you would need to hiss at, just so you get a warning. It is like 2 AM. You guys need to know that you can't just cross into Cliff Clan territory in particular without consequence. The screenshots, there's no way to get a good screenshot of this, in all honesty. I'm making do. Genuinely, I don't know if there's a better way for me to do that. You're gonna get hissed at as well. Oh, I think that there's gonna be a fight over there. Yep, there's gonna be a fight. This shouldn't always lead to a fight, in my opinion, but it seems like it does inevitably every time. Okay, well, you're getting into a fight. Hairpelt wins. Okay, Uberry. Serious wound. Okay, yeah. And no fight over there, despite the hiss, I think, so... I think that there's just going to be negative impact on the patrol as a whole. So we're going to definitely go ahead and just go through and... Let's see, have you met Uberry? Okay. Gonna go ahead and do that. You are definitely disliked by Hairpelt. I have to like manually go through all of the cats to find. Yep. There's gonna be some mutual dislike for the entire patrol. And those... Dang, you're enemies with Badgertail. Interesting, okay. That is something to keep an eye on. I do want to see, what are your... I have been keeping track of what everyone's stuff is. Like, what they want out of life. What's the deal with Hairpelt and Badgertail in particular? Okay, Hairpelt is just kind of generic. I want to be the best hunter I can be and provide for everyone. I enjoy helping the healers find the herbs and other useful items. I'm actually going to share my document with you guys so you can see it. Yeah, but Hairpelt is just kind of generic. I want to be best hunter I can be and provide for everybody. I enjoy helping the healers find the herbs and useful items. Badgertail, your enemy. I want to be part of something bigger than myself. I enjoy running and racing other cats, and I fear going out into dark places at night. Interesting. That's your enemy. Maybe Badgertail wants to... Well, I want to become part of something bigger than myself. Maybe Badgertail wants to become deputy? I don't know. Let's see, you've also got a serious wound. I can't quite treat it on you, so I'm just gonna... Let me pop back over here. I'm just gonna pop you into Creative Sim and give you a scar for this battle. Alright, now in addition to both being very badly hurt, both cats also have some scars that are going to be there lasting. Don't worry, Uberry isn't going to lose the eye. If it was a major wound or a grave wound, then that would happen. As it is, it's still one that we're gonna like need to take care of. On you, I'm gonna go ahead, remove that because I don't really have the herbs to spare for you. I'm gonna send you and the rest of your active family. 3 Cliff Clan cats are all gonna go back And there's also a way for me to just send them home as well. Basic. Go home. Yeah. Then you, Barry, I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on as we head back. Because now I'm gonna have you run over and try to take care of this. Thunderstripe, come on over. Do you have herbs on you that can... You have bandages. And you have a maple leaf. You know what? I'm gonna, because this is gonna be like an emergency job, we're gonna use 3 bandages and 3 leaves. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Spider is pretty efficient as a cobweb. And I'll just do another snake skin. Spider's gonna count for 2, I think. That's what I'm gonna say. Because that was a huge disaster, and I need to really keep an eye on you, make sure that you don't literally fall over and collapse and die. I don't even know if you can run with this injury. Okay, you can run. Alright. I think we're almost home. Okay. I was looking at the wrong cat. I was like, oh my gosh, what do you mean your energy and stuff drops like that? Once you're home, you can take care of all your needs. You're probably going to end up in the yellow. We're going to ignore that for the time being. I need to set cats to do more hunting. Because we desperately need hunters going at all times. You're back, and you are stalking for prey immediately. You're within the borders. I'm gonna go ahead and have you put this here. Barry, you have a bug. Put the bug down. You can come and eat the bug. Okay, for you, I can go ahead and transfer the plasma bug and maple leaf into Beetlewing's inventory. And you want to chat with Barry, looks like. Which makes sense, all things considered. I'll remove Be Best Friends right now. You'll become best friends someday, eventually. I know we'll give a lot of points, but... for now, how about instead of just looking at this bug, you two... hang out. You can't talk tonight, Kit, but you can sniff and play. Good for you, Hollow Star. Tundra Stripe, seriously? You know what? I have a lot of notes about injuries to put down. Hang on. Of course, I just caught Woolly Tail while they were trying to catch a venomous snake. So hopefully... Did you catch it? I think you did. Thank you. Not only is that lack of poison, that also means high chance of actually eating tonight. You... What is that? I think somebody else is about to catch that, actually. How about you come eat the bug? And then you can get some sleep. Russet Feather is called the snake. Right now, I'm trying to ignore most of the stuff that's going on, so I don't have to worry about it. Kits all seem to be having some fun. Archer needs a warrior name. I don't know if people have already suggested one for her, but she needs a good warrior name. Hollow-Star caught a nuthatch. And at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for another event. Maybe not a border event. But let's go ahead and events. Brightscale, Long River, and Flintclaw invade the clan's territory. Okay. You know, I'm not up to this right now. I'm going to re-roll. I'm not up to another invasion. Although, there is a tiny bit of tension. I'm gonna say that Brightscale is the instigator and kind of roped Flintclaw into this. And Flintclaw's just like, well, I kind of want to check on them, so it's a good excuse to see them. And Long River's just along for the ride. Oh. Well. See, I was joking, but, I think Tai Clan's already invading. Tai Clan has already invaded. I don't think I needed to do anything. Oh, but they're facing down a fox. Wait a second. And Gecko is there? Gecko? Okay. Change of plans. I'm not sure exactly why they're here. It says that they invade the territory, but they always invade the territory. They kind of feel like they have the right to just be here. At this point, even if it's not true. Seafang is there, I see you. Don't know if Codstar is here. Yes, he is. Basically, all the adults are here, plus Gecko. And this is Newtface. There's a fox whom they may be confronting. And along the way they've encountered Gecko. Maybe they'll extend an invitation to Gecko. You guys can't actually see what I'm seeing. I keep forgetting to switch. Okay, so, yes. So I forgot to switch back over for a little while. Turns out I did not need to go ahead and add all the cats to like this because Cliff Clan is, or not Cliff Clan, Tide Clan is already invading the territory. And not only that, they're confronting a fox. And Gecko happens to be here. So now I'm like, okay, while confronting the fox, maybe Gecko was like helping them out, like fighting this fox. Why they're fighting the fox so deep in Stone Clan territory, I cannot talk right now. Who knows? But that's what they're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and once again go back here and roll to see, does Gecko join? I'm gonna do this with advantage because it's like bonding over fighting a fox. Cat shows no interest, or cat decides to give clan life a trial run for a few days. So I'm gonna go ahead and add most of Cliff Clan for now to take care of this battle. First off, you try and fight the fox. Bright scale. I keep forgetting to switch back over. Anyways, bright scale. Try and fight the fox. We'll see how this goes. Maybe disastrously. But bright scale one. And I just heard a child giggle like, oh. Or maybe it was a demon cat. Oh, but you got a grave wound. Okay, well, Gecko's gonna help out. Gecko, what did you want out of life? Did I actually put something for you? You want to try as many new experiences as you can, and you enjoy fishing, and you hate being looked down on by others. Joining a clan may be the kind of thing you want to experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the Tide Clan cats back, but I'm also gonna give you a scar. But anyways, that's not really something we have to deal with right now. That is an issue for Tide Clan now. Meanwhile, we're just gonna focus a little bit on making sure that we are all fed. But it was kind of fun to see that happen. It is very sweet how these two have become friends, I think. I haven't checked their actual relationships, but they are close enough that they are like constantly like spending time with each other, helping each other, just kind of hanging out. They did kind of join at around the same time, so it kind of makes sense. I don't know how close Snowfeather is to having her kids. But, probably within the day. Oh, good job, Russet Feather. I will take that snake. You have so much energy and you're so close to mastering your hunting skill. Thank you that you'll be a great mentor to one of the kits. I kind of want Clover to stick around just so we have enough mentors for however Hello? Sand Whisker? What are you doing here? You're just sitting here? Hold on, where is Beetlewing? Beetlewing, you are asleep. I do want to mark this as your favorite sleeping spot. But, Russet Feather? You're off to go and pounce. How about instead you chat with Sand Whisker? Like, hey, what are you doing here? Cause... Why are you here, Sand Whisker? I'm just so confused. Maybe she's just checking in. Maybe she actually, maybe they're low on herbs and like they need some supplies. I do think like she does have enough rapport that even without like thinking, Rusty will be like, yeah, I've got some maple leaves I can give you. Can I? Maybe not like this, but you know. We'll do it like this. We're gonna give all 5 maple leaves, 1 of the red assassin bugs, and both of the snake skins. Because this is an interaction with a healer, we're gonna get rid of the empty chip bag as well. We never get rid of our feathers, because it's kind of fun to see where the cats drop them. But yeah, from there... once they're done chatting, we can let them go home. Another snake. Stoneheart? Okay. You're off to go and sniff, Driftwood. What are Driftwood's needs? Because I need to make sure, like, nobody's, like, trying to stop him from, like, sleeping or eating. There we go. I have shortened the amount of time that Socialize takes, by the way. You might have noticed, maybe not. But Socialize won't be taking as much time as it used to. I'm giving you a little bit of a hunger boost while you're sleeping. A little bit of a scratch boost as well. Alright, now Sand Whisker, I can go ahead and hit go home on you. That's the wrong spot. Go home. It was great to see you, but I'm just confused. We've established what's going on though, so, you know, it makes sense to me. Oh my gosh, the most adorable couple is over here. See, they don't really have anything. You are hungry and you are exhausted. I think by default, if I find like the other cats from the other clan, from Cliff Clan, I'm just gonna by default start lowering relationships with their clan, specifically because of this patrol gone wrong. Do we not dislike? If I go and back. Okay, well. Oh, morning, Kit. Why? Oh, you're feeling lonely because you're not playing with your siblings. 'Cause... Oh, you lost that relationship with Sandwhisker, specifically. I see, I see. Do I focus on that or do I ignore it? That's the question here. I'm just gonna ignore it. We have a lot going on. Speaking of Woolly Tail, though, they are lethargic. What cures lethargic? I have revamped my entire little thingy. Energy related. 1 ginseng or 2 buzzberry. Okay, well, you're asleep, so we can't really do anything right now. But I will go ahead and pull up. There's ginseng. Oh, we only need 1. We can go ahead and put the Bumbleleaf away, Plasma Bug away, Mandrake Root away, Assassin Bug away, Snake Skins, and Maple Leaves. There is Buzzberry. It's either 1 ginseng or 2 buzzberry. I kind of got a little funky with some of the cures, but you know, it is what it is. And at this time, I think it would be a good idea to roll for another event. First one is that, like, this is just something that I would do but behind the scenes, but next is Red Cloud and Shade Frost talk about something very personal with each other. Okay, well, I want you to finish hunting. You're also hunting. I'll have you, once you two are done with your hunting, I remembered in the middle, I have to switch back to these guys. Once they're done with their hunting, I'll have them just kind of do their thing. Stoneheart caught a pygmy hedgehog. And you're about to be very exhausted. You got a snake too? How am I missing all the great stuff that you guys are collecting? Okay, you've got a bug. And you've also got a bug. You got another bug. Everything is breaking. Hollow Star, you need to sleep. I know you're having fun wrestling with the kits. I love how much you enjoy hanging out with the kits. But you do need to sleep. So please, Hollow Star. So you're just kinda... You don't have much relationship with the cats in the clan, do ya? No, you do not. The cat you're closest to is one of the kits. I don't know if you're gonna stick around, honestly, because you haven't really been interested in chatting with anyone else. Nobody's been interested in chatting with you, actually, in return, which is interesting. You're sleeping in what's technically the leader's den, even though I sent Hollistar to sleep somewhere else. Okay, well, before you go to sleep, I need you two to chat for a while. So we're gonna sniff, socialize, socialize. I want their relationship to kind of like go up quite a bit. Because they're chatting about something kind of deeply personal with each other. It's kind of funny, because when they first joined, like, they joined at the same time, but they never actually were close friends. And now they're pretty close. Jade Frost is the only other cat that Red Cloud is friends with besides Snowfeather. And Snowfeather is a whole other situation. Just two fluffy kitties. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for thumbnails for a lot of this, gonna be honest. Just kind of messing around, wondering. I am wondering... There should be some kids that age up here, but they haven't. Alright, I need you to wake up. Because you want to catch a fish, maybe someday. And you eat that. And I need you to chat with Woollytail. You also want to sniff Golden Kit. We can take care of that. Alright, now while you two are chatting, now we can go ahead and dispense with the ginseng, which should hopefully treat Woollytail. It's a minor thing. But basically, Woolly Tail can't really gain a ton of energy as long as this is going on. So I'll just go ahead and say... No, I can read that misspelling. I accidentally misspelled treated as traded. It's fine. Hello, Axel. What's up? Beauty. Hey, there you are. I was about to have Beetlewing go and do some hunting. Sound like a good idea, mister? Are you complaining at me because it's 1 AM? Oh, well, I can hear your happy purr, so you know it's fine. It's fine. See, you're pretty close to having your kids, I should say. Don't know exactly when. Less than 6 hours, though. At least that's what I think that means, is that it's gonna be less than 6 hours. Yeah. You're so handsome, mister. Why are you so cute? Got like goobers dribbling out of your eyes. Oh my goodness. Can I see your eyes, mister? Okay, you're okay. And Woolly Tail is adventurous. Oh, hang on, hang on. I just saw this. Alright. Snowfeather's about to have her kids. Okay, where are you gonna go? Are you going to go anywhere in particular, or... Just over here, okay. One? One kit? Two? Oh boy. Two kits! I am going to edit them shortly. And they're kind of like on top of each other. Okay, well, your pregnancy wasn't a difficult one. But, okay. Oh, I love the way that this one looks. Kitten 1, and then there's Kitten 2. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my generator just so you can see what I'm doing. Kit birth's healthy. Kit 1, Kit's pelt is more visually cohesive than they were born in game. The kid is a bit heavier than expected, but otherwise healthy. Kit 2, the kid's pelt is more visually cohesive than they were born in game. The kid is perfectly healthy. Okay. And from there, I'm gonna go ahead and modify the kits. I think that they're pretty visually cohesive as it is, though, so I don't know if I have to tweak that much. Axel, buddy. You're tangling up in my cords. Okay, Axel. Let's get you away from my cords. Okay. Here we go. Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and tweak the kits, and after that, we'll see what they end up being named in the future. You guys can suggest some names. I'll probably go ahead and like post their pictures, so that you guys can come up with some names, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I did catch at the very end that I added to the generator, like, what happens with the queen. It says the queen is weak from giving birth and needs extra time to recover. So I'm going to go ahead and say, like, in my notes. So I can't really have her doing much. for the next couple episodes. You know, Snowfeather? You have some adorable little kits now. And their lineage is... They have so many siblings. Oh boy. I think... These three, I think, are kind of almost identical, which it's gonna be hard to tell those three apart. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. Oh my goodness, look at them. Also, they have those golden spots underneath. You know, I'm almost gonna wrap up the episode, so I'll just go ahead and close that. They have those golden spots underneath that they got from Snowfeather. And that just kind of adds to the pelt rather than takes away from the visual cohesiveness. Kind of gives it a little bit of pop. And I genuinely love them. So, I'm gonna wrap this episode up here. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please do be sure to go ahead, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, let me know any of your thoughts. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Consider checking out my Patreon, where I'm gonna be uploading episodes before they come out. And all the footage from when this was kind of still a little bit broken will be available. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and code word, if you've watched all the way to the end, is Firestorm, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Stay safe out there, everybody.